Wow, you are really talking something that's sensible in this generation, because we're having a lot of confusion in the gospel ministry. And apart from the singing, apart from the singing part, there are a lot of other things that you're doing in the community. But there's a small story behind it. You told me about your childhood that has driven you to doing. Can you just wrap up that and how?
My childhood, mostly, I stopped talking about it.
Okay.
Because you know, apart from my childhood, in as much as it was more, it was painful. There are others that went through a more painful. What is important, I came to understand, is how I use my pain at this time. This pain, has it damaged me? Has it made me to be bitter? To hurt people? If it has, then there's no use of why I went through the pain. But if it has changed me to someone who is willing to change others so that they don't go through the same thing, then I think it has helped.
Yes, it must have helped, because you went through a childhood whereby you suffered a lot because lack of funds, maybe lack of good support and so forth. But you now understand what other children could be going through. So what is your initiative about this whole thing?
My childhood, of course, ilichangia kidogo nikalelewa home Ushago, Budalangi, nini na Nairobi. So I know both lives. I know both lives of a child who has been raised Ushago and a child who has been raised in the ghetto. This initiative you have about was birthed by that knowledge. It started as I really wanted to support artists. So I called it Inua Kipaji Initiative or Foundation. And then later on, God akaniambia, that is not the purpose. You're just an artist, and I wanted you to become a singer, a minister through music, so that I can open a door for you to reach to those people. So that they can be able to be listening to you, so that you can be able to be a figure that people can look up to for this purpose.
Yes, you have just said a point. You see, when you receive an award, what God normally wants is to create an attention for people to look at you, because most people are not known, because there's something in you that you need. And before that, there's a time when people don't look at you, don't look at who have gotten an award. So God places you there so that now you have some form of
so that people can trust in you, as people can have hope in whatever you're giving, and then you can use that now for the purpose of God. So that childhood, I think God, through music, God enabled me now to understand that, okay, I went through that Ushago, Nairobi, so that I can be able to interact with both. So right now, I stopped doing Inua Kipaji Foundation to support artists, though I still do support artists through my collabos. If an artist is good, and number one, of course, there's this basic that you have to be good, you have to be a good singer, have to be a good writer. If you can't, I'll teach you how to write. That is how far I can go with supporting. I can even teach you how to write before I sing with you, and then I can also use the ability that I have for us to sing together, and the audience that God has given me, I can transfer them to you also, so that they can listen to you. And of course, you must be disciplined, and of course, you must be prayerful. That is number one. And so,
must they be born again?
You can never know a man's heart. It's only God that knows a man's heart. So my work is to do whatever God wants me to do. The rest is for God.
Yeah, but at least they will tell you.
Of course, I'm a gospel singer, so if they are coming to me, I expect them to be born again. I expect for me and him to sing about God.
This initiative of buying shoes for children in the village, you are working there.
So I was coming there.
Yes.
So I said, through that, God enabled me to open up a Redemption Foundation, to start an initiative, Redemption Foundation. It's a charitable trust, registered. And it works around Kenya, but mostly I'm focusing with I started focusing on with Western, because wanasamanga charity begins at home. Just stay in one place first, be able to support that society, so that after it stands and your foundation is firm, you can now move to other places. So I buy shoes because number one, I walked without shoes to school. That is the reason why I buy shoes, and I walked without shoes to school for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good years. You can imagine. Of course, I wouldn't say that I was not that we didn't have shoes. My mom used to try so much to at least once in a year akuletee kiatu mpya. But you know hiyo kiatu mpya it can go back to up to 2-3 months and then imeharibika. And then after that your grandmother doesn't have money to give you to buy shoes, so you walk mgutupu. I used to go to school with a short yenye iko na patches huko nyuma juu imetoboka, lazima shosho yako aishone ikae vizuri. I used to go to school with ile bag, ile bag imeshona na uzi. Ile tulikuwa tunavaanga hapa hivi. Waluya ndo wana understand. Unajua? Najua hiyo. Watu wa Western ndo wanajua.
Red,
green uzi mingi wanavalia hapa kando. I used to go with that bag to school. I used to go to school very early in the morning. Of course wanahakisha kuni. Sasa ufai wezi amka asubuhi, ile si stove. Wezi amka asubuhi anze kuvunja kuni, unapika breakfast. So I never used to take breakfast to school. I just used to go to school and then unakam baadaye unakuja unapata shosho yako hata hakupata food, so lunch hamna, mnangoja sapa ndo mkule mihogo. So I know that life. And then apart from that now I know the life ya huku mtaani where now your mom has to go to hustle every day kwa she's a saloonist. So ashuke watu, afanye commissions, afanye nini ndio akuje awalishe. And maybe sometimes akose ibidi sasa mmekunywa tu strong tea. I know also that life in Kayole. And I know the life of being in a gang ya vijana wenyewe. Unajua tu ni mwizi, unajua tu naye hapana, unajua jana alichapwa mob and you was there because that is the people you live around with. I know that life. So God allowed me to grow through, I think the only life God ajani allowed na hii Karen, Mungu sana allowed niishi Karen kidogo. Anyway, my point imefika home. So God allowed me to live in that state so that I can be able now to be in the middle and to be able to anchor my support with an understanding, yes. And then also with knowledge that if I'm helping that boy in Kayole asiingie kwa gang,
yes.
There is a purpose because I've been there. I know how painful it is for a mother to lose a child out of mob justice.
Yes.
Now if I'm giving that boy or that girl, school girl, a shoe to go to school, I know because I've been walking without shoes to go to school, and I know the pain that child is feeling because I felt it once. That time of course
you can be in a lot of problems, yeah. But you don't know because everybody else around you is in the same
exactly problem. Until yes. You start now realizing kumbe kutembea mgutupu ni mbaya, kumbe ni unashikwa na this jiggers kwetu kwa walio tunaitanga chini ende natolewa. So ndo maana when I'm anchoring that support, I'm anchoring with an understanding,
yes.
And I always tell God every day to bring in people that can be able to have the same understanding with me, so that we can be able to support these children.
Yes, because if you're not called to that, you get tired of it.
Of course.
Because of time, we also want to talk about there's another initiative you told me about of the elderly.
I had 8 grandmothers, and all of them anasema they have played part in raising me because lunch ungekula kwa ule sasa zingine tena windu so unaona, so I know how
you spoken paka I've seen like a small boy eating this
so I know how elderly women what they go through to even cook food for their children to eat, how they struggle to go to kwa center kutafuta omena.
So how do you support them?
Old women, I just take food to them once in a while if I get a chance, if I'm able to raise food together and nawapelekea tu chakula, especially those that don't have people to give them food, and especially those when sometimes kwetu kuna kwanga na mafuriko huko chini, si huko juu, huko chini. So when mafuriko happens, when floods happens, a lot of people become displaced, so I support them in providing.
I pray for God to expand the foundation. Amen. Because there's a lot of widows, there are a lot of elderly widows who cannot remarry, who have got a lot of problems, and then these elderly people, they have a lot of sicknesses.
Exactly.
Some of them, they die of a sickness, they would have just been treated.
And to be honest, there are others who don't even have children to look after them.
Yeah, some are so lonely, they have depression.
Their children, some died, and their children, the other children who literally they are not in the position even to support their parents. So those are the kind of elderly women in the society that I look after, and but mainly the main purpose for the foundation is valisha mtoto kiatu mashinani. Yes. We give out shoes mostly to the children. Yeah.
So what would you like to tell someone who's watching who may want to be part of your initiative? How can they join it? Where can they find you?
Mimi niko everywhere. Mimi ukinitafuta tu pale Instagram, Instagram and Facebook. Mostly hapo nda reply. Other than that, you can take my email. Yeah, okay, ukiingia kwa Instagram, you'll get my contacts, my email. So if you get my contact, just search Redemption Music with a Q, not a C. Music, ya Q, not a C. At the end, yes. Yeah, Redemption Music. On Facebook, on Instagram, and even on YouTube. Yes. And then on Facebook and Instagram, you can drop me a message. If I take time to reply, don't worry, I'll still respond at the end of the day. But if I respond, I hope you're just texting about whatever you're doing about music and about the foundation. So if you want to reach us, you can reach me, and then we can connect, introduce you to the team. You become part of us, and if you're willing to support, I'm very ready to welcome you with both hands. He calls me his own. God is amazing. Yes, God is amazing. So Redemption, because of time, we thank God because you've already given them your social media platforms, and now they can find you, and he who is willing will come to look for you. He who is willing, it's not by force. Ukitaka hata wewe Mungu anaweza, atulazimishi mtu, but just know that when you give, God will always remember you. So Redemption, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. And we are so glad that you made time to come and talk to us at Center Talk, and also talk to the artists who are so discouraged. And you are a face of gospel music that has not fallen yet. So you are someone that's very important in our industry. That was a wonderful conversation. That's what we love doing on Center Talk. And for us, you can still find us, as I